If you're even thinking about buying an Apple product right now, you are about to make a very expensive mistake. Because we are weeks, and I mean weeks, away from what might be the most confusing, chaotic, and budget-friendly Apple event we have ever seen, and I'm talking about 7 new products. But here's the weird part. The leaks? They don't make sense. We are seeing budget devices that are somehow more powerful than the Pro devices. We have a laptop that might cost less than a phone, and there is one iPad rumor that is so wild, it might actually get canceled before it even hits the stage. Today, we are breaking down the entire March 2026 roadmap. I'm going to tell you exactly which laptop is about to kill the Chromebook market, why the new budget iPhone might actually be better than the one in your pocket, and why you absolutely should not buy an iPad today. Buckle up, because the leaks from analysts like Jeff Poo and the code divers over at Macworld are painting a crazy picture. Let's start with the product that is basically a guaranteed lock, the M5 MacBook Air. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't we just get the M4? Yeah, we did. But Apple is moving fast. Sources are telling us that the M5 Air is hitting shelves in early March. And while the design is going to look exactly the same, don't let that fool you. The inside is a completely different beast. We're talking about the M5 chip here. This isn't just a speed bump. It is a leap. The leaks are pointing to massive gains in ray tracing and, of course, AI workloads. If you do video rendering, we are seeing numbers that suggest it could be up to 2 times faster. That is insane for a laptop that doesn't even have a fan. It's basically a silent supercomputer that fits in a manila envelope. If you were about to buy an M3 or M4 Air today, just wait. 3 weeks could double your performance for the same price. But now, let's get to the weird stuff. The iPad 12. This is where the leaks get messy. Usually, the base model iPad gets the hand-me-down chips, right? The leftovers. But code discovered in the back end of Apple software is suggesting this thing might ship with the A19 chip. Yes, the A19, the same chip from the iPhone 17 line. That makes no sense. If this is true, we are looking at a 42% boost in single-core speed and over 60% faster graphics compared to the current model. It would turn the cheapest iPad into a total gaming monster. But, and this is a big but, some sources are saying Apple might get cold feet. Why? Because if the cheap iPad is that good, who is going to buy the expensive ones? There's a very real chance Apple skips the 12th gen this year to focus on the Air lineup. So, unlike the MacBook, this is the one product where the wait-and-see advice is a bit risky. But personally, I'd still wait. Because if it does drop with an A19 chip for $300, it's the deal of the decade. Speaking of deals, let's talk about the device that is going to sell out instantly. The iPhone 17. This is the budget phone, the successor to the SE, but calling it budget feels like an insult at this point. The leaks are confirming that Apple is finally killing the notch on the cheap phone. We are getting the full dynamic island treatment. We are getting thinner bezels. And we are getting that incredible 18-megapixel center stage camera from the flagship iPhone 17. If you have used the selfie camera on the 17, you know it destroys everything else on the market. But here is the kicker. The price is rumored to stay at $599. Think about that. You get the modern look, the A19 chip, the best selfie camera, all for $600? This phone is going to make the regular iPhone 16 look like an antique. If you're holding on to an old iPhone 13 or 14 right now, this is the upgrade you have been waiting for. Do not buy a generic iPhone 15 or 16 right now. Just don't do it. Now, I need you to lean in for this next one, because this is the wild card. Product number 4 is the 12-inch MacBook Revival. Rumors have been swirling for years, but Mark Gurman, who is basically the oracle of Apple leaks, says it's finally happening. And it's not just a shrunk-down Air. It's a completely new design. The secret sauce? It might not run on an M-series chip. Leaks suggest it could be powered by the A18 Pro or A19 Pro. Yes, an iPhone chip in a laptop. But before you laugh, remember that these phone chips are now faster than the M1 and M2 desktop chips. Why would they do this? Price. If Apple can sell this thing for $599, it kills the Chromebook. It kills the budget Windows laptop. It kills everything. Some leaks are even calling it the MacBook M5, rebranding that phone chip to make it fit the lineup. Imagine a fanless, ultra-thin MacBook with 20-hour battery life for $600? That is the ultimate student laptop. Encode leaks say it's running macOS 26.3, which is launching, well, any day now. Now, not everything is a revolution. Some things are just evolutions. Product number 5 is the iPad Air M4. Don't expect a redesign here. This is a classic Apple spec bump. New chip, maybe Wi-Fi 7, and that's about it. It exists purely to bridge the gap if they decide to cancel that super-powered budget iPad I mentioned earlier. If you need an Air, waiting is fine, but you aren't missing out on life-changing features if you buy one today. Then we have the HomePod Mini 2. This thing has apparently been sitting in a warehouse for months, gathering dust. Apple was just waiting for the right time. It's not getting the fancy AI chips, but it is getting the S10 watch chip. That means Siri might actually understand you the first time you ask for the weather, and your music won't cut out randomly. It's a boring update, but a necessary one. And finally, for everyone asking about the Apple TV 4K, I have bad news. It looks like it's being pushed to April. Why? Because Apple wants to load it up with a next-generation Siri and smart home features that simply aren't ready yet. If they launched it now, it would just be a faster box. By waiting until April, they can sell it as the brain of your smart home. So, hold your horses on that 1.so. Here is the bottom line. March is going to be expensive. We have a MacBook Air that does ray tracing, a budget iPhone that looks like a Pro, and a mystery $600 laptop that could change the industry. The one common thread? Almost all of these are budget-focused products that punch way above their weight class. But I have to know, which one of these sounds the most fake to you? Is it the $600 MacBook or the iPad with the super chip? Let me know in the comments because I honestly think one of these leaks is too good to be true. And I want to see if you agree with me that I will be covering the event live the second it happens. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the truth when it finally drops. Check out this video on the Mac Mini if you want to see what Apple has already messed up this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.